All right, there is one more thing that I want to point out, and that is the information that you see in the panel here, right here. So, we have a kind of a summary of this visualization showed here. So, 14 marks. So, that means how many. So, what Tableau does is that depending upon the dimensions that you have, it automatically will aggregate all the data. Aggregate meaning, like if you have a measure like profit, the default aggregation is summing. So, if you do not have any dimensions at all, and if you bring in sales, it will sum the entire sales and give you just one value. Okay. Okay, I will show you here. Okay, suppose if I bring in sales here, it just gives you one value. The automatic aggregation is sum, right. So, and when I bring in say product container and I put that in columns. So, now you see that sum is divided into different sales is summed by different container types. If you bring it to rows, and again the default here is sum. So, based on the dimension that you have, the measure will be aggregated. Okay. So, that is what the mark is. How many different categories have the data been summed into. So, right now you brought in sales into the sheet and you see there is just one mark. There is just one row, one column. So, everything is aggregated. There is only one final value that is plotted, right. Now, when you bring in the product container here, then you get 7 marks, because now the sums, okay, we have sum of sales for each product container type. So, there are 7 sums. So, that is what 7 marks is, and then we have 1 column and 7 rows in the visualization, and that is what we have here. So, here 14 marks. So, we have 7 product containers, in which within the product containers there are 2 sums, one for sales and one for profit. So, there are 14 marks. There is 1 row, right, which is value, and then we have 14 columns. So, that is our kind of summary of what is going on. It is very useful sometimes when you are trying to debug. Suppose if something is not working properly, then this information will be very helpful. Okay, you expect like 5 regions, but then your summary says there are 15 marks. Then you know that there is some problem there. Okay, there is supposed to be only 5 regions. How come I have, or if there is only 3 marks? Okay, so things like that was they are helpful in terms of debugging.